Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories. My name is Matt. I know this podcast is quite new, but some of you have been following along for a while now. As you may have noticed, the narrator has changed a couple of times already in just a few months. The truth is, the podcast has been growing extremely slow, and basically nobody has left us any reviews so far. I'm here as the new voice of the podcast and would love to stick around, but I need your support to do so. Please, if you enjoy our content, it would mean so much to us if you could just leave us a review on whichever podcast platform you use. Now, take a deep breath and let's begin tonight's story.
Welcome to Deep Sleep Stories, a quiet space for soft journeys and gentle rest. Tonight, you are invited on a soothing adventure called Treasure Island Dreams. In these next moments, allow your mind to drift across calm waters, your breath settling like a rising and falling tide. As you grow more comfortable, you feel the day's worries loosening from your body. You notice tension draining from your shoulders as you sink deeper into your place of rest. Let your breathing become slow and steady. Inhale deeply, then exhale as if releasing all remaining stress. Picture yourself on a wide, warm beach under a starry sky. Feel the softness of the sand beneath you, like powder, gently supporting your feet. Listen for the hush of distant waves and the delicate whispers of a nighttime breeze. The sea extends quietly before you, shimmering in the moonlight, offering a promise of tranquility and a path toward discovery. Even the distant palm trees, swaying gently, want to welcome you into this peaceful realm. Now, allow your eyes to grow heavy. Feel them close gently, or soften your gaze if that is more comfortable. The soft hush of waves, the velvety darkness overhead, and the promise of a hidden treasure beyond the shore beckon you forward. It is time to let yourself slip into a calm and curious state of mind. Relax into this moment, knowing that a gentle, dreamlike journey awaits. Upon the tranquil sea, a small sailboat drifts gracefully in the moonlit waters. The traveller aboard this vessel is a person called Aria. A gentle breeze ruffles her hair, carrying the scents of salt and distant blossoms. Aria stands at the helm with calm eyes, guiding the boat toward an island faintly outlined by silver moonbeams. The coastline beckons, a soft silhouette that hints of tall palm trees and rolling dunes. The sail above her catches the quiet wind, fluttering with a gentle rhythm that matches the slow thump of her heart. She barely remembers how she came to navigate these waters. Perhaps it was a dream, or perhaps it was a longing for peace that drew her away from the noise of the world. Here, each ripple of water sounds like a lullaby, blending with the hush of night. The sky overhead is crystal clear, dotted with endless stars that appear closer than ever before. Each star glimmers, a tiny guide lighting her path. The waves lap against the boat's sides in a soothing cycle. Aria feels no urgency. There is only the knowledge that she is traveling toward a peaceful isle. Gradually, as the boat glides closer to the shore, details of the island begin to reveal themselves. Soft arcs of sandy beaches curve along the water's edge. Palms sway in harmony with the gentle wind, their leaves rustling with a sound reminiscent of hushed conversation. Tall, graceful cliffs in the distance rise like silent guardians, reflecting pale moonlight on their rocky faces. As Arya's boat drifts toward a secluded cove, a single wave lifts the bow, guiding it onto the sands with a gentle hush. She steps onto the beach, her bare feet sinking into the warm grains. The texture is velvet soft, still retaining the gentle heat of the sun that was shining hours before. She breathes in deeply, the fragrance of tropical blooms mingling with briny sea air. Even in the middle of the night, the island feels alive, yet calm, as if it has been waiting for her arrival. A meandering path leads from the sandy shore to a grove of slender palm trees. The moon hangs bright and low, casting an otherworldly glow that transforms ordinary leaves and branches into faintly gleaming shapes. Each step Arya takes is unhurried. She listens to the steady sound of her heartbeat and the mild crunch of sand beneath her feet. She can feel the atmosphere wrapping itself around her, inviting her into a space where time flows more gently. Beyond the palms, she encounters a small freshwater stream trickling over smooth stones. The water's melody is playful yet soothing, as though it were whispering a sweet welcome. Arya pauses, bending to touch the water's surface with her fingertips. It's cool against her warm skin, sending a mild, refreshing tingle through her body. She notices a bridge of flat stepping stones spanning the shallow stream, and she crosses them carefully, each stone firm and steady beneath her. The hush of the place is comforting, like a subtle lullaby that quiets even the slightest inner restlessness. Once across the stream, a lush clearing reveals itself. The moon's soft light stretches across the gentle greenery, illuminating clusters of tropical flowers. Their bright petals, transformed under the moonlight, appear silver and lavender rather than their usual daytime hues. A gentle breeze stirs them. In reply, they release fragrant hints of jasmine, hibiscus, and night-blooming orchids that drift through the air like a peaceful invitation. Arya lingers there, breathing in the night blossoms and allowing herself a moment of stillness. She recalls stories, whispered rumors of hidden treasures, ancient maps, and illusions of shimmering trinkets that once brought adventurers here. Yet, the treasure that seems most real is the island's serenity, wrapping itself around her like a comforting shawl. Her feet carry her further along the path, always drawn by the gentle murmur of waves in the distance. As she walks, time seems to slow. Each step feels purposeful, yet unhurried. She notices smooth stones beneath her feet now, as if a pathway had been placed carefully long ago. The stones reflect the moonlight in gentle, pearlescent shades, guiding her deeper into the island's heart. At last, she comes upon an arch of twisted vines and lush leaves. Beneath it lies a simple wooden sign, its letters worn by time. In the moonlight, Arya can just make out words that read, "Garden of Secret Dreams." A sense of wonder passes through her, as though she's slipped into a realm where ordinary rules don't quite apply. She steps under the arch, carefully brushing aside delicate vines. Within this hidden garden, the air is incredibly still, save for a slight rustle in the leaves. Beyond the first few clusters of plants, Arya notices a small pool reflecting starlight. Surface undisturbed, its water is like polished glass. Another breeze stirs the night, and a gentle ripple forms a dancing shimmer on the pool. She wanders closer, kneeling at its edge. Her reflection gazes back at her, softened by moonbeams and the reflective hush of the island's night. Suddenly, something gently illuminates the water from below. A faint glow, soft and ethereal, shifts along the pool's depths. Arya peers closer, heart calm, curiosity stirred but not alarmed. It could be a simple trick of moonlight, or perhaps one of the island's gentle wonders. She reaches out a hand and dips her fingertips into the water. The glow flutters gently around her submerged hand like bioluminescent sea life, swirling in slow, graceful patterns. The luminescence reminds her of stardust drifting in an underwater sky. Satisfied with this magical display, she withdraws her hand, letting the droplets slip back into the pool. The glow dims, leaving only the quiet reflection of the moon overhead. Arya rises slowly, feeling a peaceful gratitude for the island's gifts. She senses there is more to discover if she simply continues onward. Taking a winding path away from the pool, she moves deeper under the canopy of trees. Fronds from tall palms intermingle with broad leaves from smaller shrubs, creating a tapestry of living shadows. The trail is alive with gentle night music, crickets chirping softly, the flutter of small nocturnal birds, and the hush of leaves brushing against each other with each passing breeze. She continues on, lulled by these subtle rhythms. Eventually, the trees thin, and Arya steps into a clearing bathed in silver light. At its center stands an ancient stone structure, its edges rounded by time, vines creeping up its walls. A small, arched entrance invites her inside. Something about this place feels serene rather than ominous. She senses that it's been here for centuries, housing not only secrets, but a nurturing, guardian-like energy for those who wander. She moves forward, hand grazing the cool stones at the entrance. Within, the walls curve gently, forming a circular space. In the center sits a low pedestal, carved from the same stone as the building. The scent of moss and moist earth fills the air, reminding her of the land's deep, hidden life force. Candles, seemingly untouched by wind, stand in small alcoves along the walls, their flames steady and bright. How they remain lit, she doesn't know, but she accepts this gentle mystery as yet another feature of the island's enchantment. Arya steps closer to the pedestal and sees a worn leather book resting atop it. Its cover is adorned with a simple symbol, a crescent moon entwined with swirling waves. Without hesitation, she opens the book to a random page. The paper is old yet intact, and though the text is faint, she can trace her fingers along phrases about harmony, reflection, and abiding peace. There are sketches too, delicate drawings of radiant fish, hidden grottos, and shining treasures that shimmer beneath luminous waves. As she flips gently through the pages, she finds a final note scrawled in a graceful hand. Seek the cove where dawn's first light touches the sea. There your treasure lies, cradled in nature's quiet heart. The words stir a calm sense of resolve within Arya. Although the night is still deep, she has a direction, a quiet sense of purpose that hums in her veins. Gently, she closes the book, leaving it exactly as she found it, understanding that it belongs here, in this guarded chamber of the island. Back outside, the moonlight greets her again. She notes how high the moon stands, still shining brilliantly, but with a subtle shift in colour that hints at the approach of dawn in a few hours' time. Following an intuitive tug, she walks along a narrow path that stretches beyond the ruins. The terrain grows sandy once more, dotted with rocks that glisten with flecks of quartz. She steps carefully, noticing how each stone sparkles under her feet, as if lighting a path forward. Soon, she hears the comforting song of the ocean once again, reminding her of how she first arrived. She emerges onto a shoreline different from the one she landed on, narrower, more secluded, bordered by gently sloping cliffs on one side and rolling dunes on the other. The waves here are gentle, their pale foam illuminated by moonlight as they caress the shore. Arya notices a small inlet ahead, flanked by tall, smooth rock formations. In the center, the water remains still, creating a reflective pool that merges with the ocean. The hush of the sea surrounds this place like a cradle, allowing only soft echoes of distant currents. Above the still water, tiny glowing specks float in the air, soft orbs of light that pulse in harmony with the steady rise and fall of the waves. It's as though the island itself is exhaling calmness into the night. She moves closer, drawn by the half-circle shape of the inlet. The sand here is almost silvery in the moonlight, forming a gentle cushion beneath her feet. She sits upon the cool sand, letting the hush of the waves fill her ears. For a moment, she closes her eyes, resting, her breath sinking with the rhythmic lull of the water. Cradled by the cove, she feels safe, as though the island embraces her presence wholeheartedly. Time glides smoothly, and when Arya finally opens her eyes, there is a hint of dawn. The horizon lightens, sky transitioning from deep navy to a gentle cobalt. The faintest brushstrokes of pink and orange begin to colour the east, where the sun will soon emerge. She recalls the note, "Seek the cove where dawn's first light touches the sea." This must be the place. Rising with quiet anticipation, she makes her way to the water's edge, letting the small waves lap around her ankles. The ocean is comfortably cool, and the sensation of gentle water swirling around her feet lulls any lingering tension in her body. She looks across the smooth horizon. The first sliver of sunlight peaks above the water, painting a shimmering path across the ocean's surface. The cove brightens, the night's silver glow transforming into a warm, golden hue. The small orbs of light she saw earlier blink out, as though they have merged with the dawn. In their place, sunlight sparkles on gentle waves, accentuating the azure clarity of the water. At that exact moment, a gleam catches Arya's eye a few steps deeper into the cove. Beneath the water's transparent surface, something glimmers like a lost pearl. She wades in, water rising to her knees, but the sea is calm. The moment her hand touches the surface, the sun's new rays illuminate something below, an old, ornate chest, half buried in sand. Seaweed drapes across its corners, and tiny fish dart around it, curious but unafraid. With deliberate gentleness, Arya kneels in the shallow water, carefully brushing away sand and seaweed to reveal more of the chest. The metal hinges are rusted, yet they yield as she softly lifts the lid. Inside, she finds items that catch the morning light in mesmerizing ways. Jewels, shells, and crystals sparkle, but none of them seem to resonate as strongly as the polished fragment of a mirror lying against the velvet interior. Its frame is carved with images of stars and ocean waves, reminiscent of the symbol on the book. Arya picks up the mirror fragment, its surface reflecting both her face and the early rays of the sun. The reflection is soothing, almost otherworldly, as if she's glimpsing her own essence shining through the morning light. She senses that the true treasure the island bestows is more than physical. It's a gentle reminder of inner tranquility, the quiet recognition of one's own capacity for peace. Softly, Arya replaces the mirror fragment in the chest for a moment, letting her fingers rest on the edges. She feels an overwhelming calm, a stillness that seems to radiate through her entire being. The sunrise continues to expand, illuminating the cove in warm orange and gold. As she stands there, water lapping around her legs, she closes the chest and pushes sand around it again, so it may remain safely hidden. Some treasures, after all, are meant to be quietly guarded for those who truly seek them. She gazes once more at the brightening sky, a gentle smile touching her lips. The morning sea breeze ruffles her hair, carrying whispers of gratitude and contentment. Slowly, she walks out of the water, returning to the shore with unhurried steps. She finds a smooth rock to sit upon, letting her feet dry in the gentle sunshine. Her mind is clear, her heart peaceful. The faint calls of seabirds echo overhead, a lullaby turned morning song, guiding her to reflect on everything she's witnessed. Looking inland, she senses the island is changing under the new light. The palms now shimmer with bright green. The flowers awaken with delicate hues. Where moonlight once painted the land in silver, daylight infuses it with soft pastel warmth. Aria closes her eyes, breathes in deeply, and listens to the calm, steady pulse of the world around her. There is no rush to leave this place. She knows her boat waits on the far side of the island, but it can rest there a while longer. The path she followed through the grove and across the old ruins can be retraced in daylight, revealing perhaps even more gentle secrets under the sun. For now, she allows herself a moment of quiet respite. She observes the gentle arc of the sea, how each wave rises softly, kisses the shore, and recedes. Each breath she takes mirrors this soothing motion. Aria's thoughts drift like clouds across a serene sky. She feels gratitude for the calm, dreamlike realm that welcomed her. Even though she has discovered a hidden chest, the real treasure feels like a soft hush within her soul. Perhaps that hush is what the island truly offers, a whisper of serenity, a reminder to rest, to dream, and to embrace the gentle rhythms of nature. Soon she stands and walks back along the coastline. The air feels fresh against her skin, energizing yet still peaceful. She notices small footprints left in the damp sand, her own trail leading to the cove. The tide is rising, gradually washing away her footprints, returning the shore to a pristine, untouched canvas. She follows the rocky outcrop until she reaches the main stretch of beach, where the boat that brought her here rests in shallow water. Its sail flutters with a contented sigh in the morning breeze. Placing one hand gently on the boat's side, she pauses, turning to look back at the island. The golden sunlight spills across the distant trees and cliffs, revealing every texture and contour. Birds circle in lazy arcs overhead, as though they have no cares in the world. The waves continue their soft, steady dance. In that moment, Aria silently thanks the island. She thanks it for guiding her gently through the night, for gifting her a glimpse of its hidden wonders, and for imparting a sense of unwavering calm that she can carry with her. When at last she steps onto the boat, she does so with the surety that she will remember this place always. The hush of the garden pool, the glow of bioluminescent waters, the ruins filled with moonlit wisdom, and the cove kissed by dawn's first light. She unties the small craft, letting it drift a few feet before raising the sail. A mild wind catches it immediately, pulling her away from the shore. As the island recedes behind her, she finds herself smiling, peaceful, serene, renewed. And so, with a gentle push of the breeze, Arya's boat glides back across the ocean's calm waters. The island stands silhouetted against the brightening sky, soon becoming just a tranquil shape in the distance. Yet, she carries within her a deeper stillness, a sense of gentle wonder that words cannot fully capture. No matter where she goes next, she will remember the lullaby of the waves, the gleam of hidden treasure, and the hush of the island night. Somewhere in her heart, she will always be able to return to that serene shore, letting its waves wash over her in a comforting tide of peace. The island lingers like a soft memory in a half-dream, shimmering at the edge of awareness. Arya's journey now merges with the gentle rise and fall of distant tides. The sun, climbing higher, bathes the world in gentle warmth. The hush of waves continues in the background, a reminder of unending calm. With each breath, the traveller's heartbeat slows, matching the rhythmic pulse of the sea. Each exhale releases tension, allowing the body to settle into a soft and comforting weight. The breeze drifts lightly across open waters, carrying faint echoes of a lullaby that once rose from the island's hidden coves. A cloud drifts lazily in the sky, passing across the sun for a moment, bringing a soothing shade. The temperature remains comfortably warm, a perfect blend of sunlight and breeze. Any worry, any lingering restlessness gently dissolves, replaced by a tender, floating quiet. Time becomes a gentle expanse, open and restful. The mind empties of clutter, making room for peaceful images. The moonlit path under tall palms, the glowing water dancing around a curious hand, the hush of ancient ruins. Sleep draws nearer, an old friend beckoning with soft whispers. One feels the invitation to let go, surrendering to the lull of the body's natural need for rest. As the memory of the island fades gently like mist in morning light, a calm sense of contentment remains. The night's gentle magic carries on in the hush of each tranquil breath. In this moment, nothing more is needed. Good night, dear traveller. May your dreams be filled with silver moonbeams, golden sunrises, and the timeless serenity of hidden coves. Sleep well.